Hello everybody, this is Havoc and welcome to Total War Dynasties. And Total War, I think, is officially back on the channel. For those of you who don't know, this used to be a Total War focused channel. Things haven't quite gone so great in that area, but I think we're back now. And mainly because, well, Total War Dynasties is fantastic. I have to just say right off the bat, we're going to have a blast with this campaign, and I hope that you are going to enjoy it as well. Total War Dynasties, or Pharaoh Dynasties, excuse me, is basically the Bronze Age Total War we've always wanted. This expansion, if you want to even call it that, it's a free update for those who already own the game, but it adds in Mesopotamia and it adds in all of Greece. So we have a massive map. Now, I know it doesn't seem massive, but I think it is comparatively. I think on a medieval 2 level number of settlements, something like 160 factions, major and minor, of which we can play several of the minor factions, which is kind of cool to me too. It's great. Like it just really truly is. So we're gonna have a blast, hopefully, with this campaign, and I hope you will too. So if you want to support the channel, whether you have known a lot of stuff about Total War or not, you can do it by giving the video a like, subscribing to the channel, and leaving your comments down below. So we are going to play as Babylon because, well, I think they're a pretty awesome faction overall. Got some great units that we get to have fun with, and I'm kind of just interested to see if we can't conquer east and then go west and see what is left over here once we do that. So we're gonna have a blast. I hope you are too. Let's get into it. All right, welcome to the campaign map. Let's get right into it. So we have a couple of settlements in our kingdom. We have Babylon itself, which is kind of its own singular city inside of its province. And then we have Uruk, which is part of Karduniash Shitayu, excuse me, province. So basically, here's the plan. I think what we're going to do is we need to conquer, or at least wipe out these two armies, which shouldn't be hard to do individually. Together, it may be a little difficult. I would love to go after these guys. I don't know if it will work. We might see if we can do that, but I do believe that they own, yeah, he doesn't like me, and I think he owns multiple settlements. I can't be sure of that, but that's something that we can definitely see. I don't know that I want to waste my time, or maybe I go in here, maybe try and get a piece, and then we go down here. The main reason is I'm a big fan of securing provinces first and foremost, and so I don't want Dur Kuria Galzu because I don't own anything else within it. And yes, we can see here there's at least 2 settlements that they own. But instead, I think we need to be able to turn to pretty darn quick and take them out because, well, they own the bottom part of this in its entirety. And that's the first step to securing my borders, essentially. So I think that's what we'll probably end up doing. But one of the things here that is just so awesome, we have so much stuff to do. I don't doubt you will. We need to get in royal decrees. So you can see the royal decrees is a pretty massive set of decrees that we can work on at any given point. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to do the life of the soldier, which gets us 75 experience points per turn. So our troops are basically consistently and constantly going on the up and up. So what we need to do now, let's see, we have diplomacy. We're not going to worry about that at the moment. We do have a ruling family system. So this is very reminiscent of previous Total War games that had family trees. So we're definitely going to try and do that. Looks like we have Shamarat, our child, who is 14 years old, that we can try and arrange a marriage for. And then we have a Putursin, which is our son. And that is all well and good. Choose a character you want to appoint as scion in order for them to become the next in line. Yeah, so we can only do that once they come of age. But this is going to be awesome. This is going to provide us with a great lineage that we can try and preserve and actually utilize for the good of our empire, basically, which is really awesome. Now, Babylon has some building slots. They actually have quite a few building slots that we can fill up. Now, right now we have a native muster field, which gives us our Akkadian farmers, but those are the only units that we can technically use at the moment. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some slave hovels, because that's going to get us a lot of silulu, spears, swordsmen, and slingers, which I just think would be a good thing to do in the beginning. And then Kardu Aniash Shutayu. Can't really do anything. I guess we could probably go ahead and bounce them up to the next level. That works for me. And that way we can unlock some good stuff over here, maybe even like a royal garrison, due to the nature of what we're about to do with But now what we need to do, we need to go ahead and fight this battle. All right, so the odds are extremely in our favor. Just like extremely. It looks like they have 3 units of javelins, they have a couple of sword and shield, and then they have the same Akkadian farmers that we're about to hire. And so while we do have some better units, and we do also have our Babylonian chariots, we're going to utilize the chariots as kind of a dual shock of bow and melee. So we're going to try and see if we can't maybe get those skirmishers, the javelins rather, into a position where we can kind of take them out pretty darn well. So I think it'll work. Murdoch, Baladon, let's go ahead and fight you, bud. All right, so the current weather is dry. There's a forecast of a storm coming in. So we want to try and maybe be done by then. We will see. And here is our battlefield, which looks gorgeous, by the way. For those of you who are new to this Total War game, there are lots of new terrain features that will aid you or hinder you in battle, basically. So we have grasslands, which can hide regular melee units. We have mud, which will slow down units. Almost all of the water is traversable in Total War Pharaoh, which I'm down for, but it means you do walk significantly slower. And then you have things like forest, which will light on fire if you let it. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I really like it. Let's go ahead and get these melee boyos onto the front line, because we're definitely going to want them to get some skirmishing in. We're going to get both of our spears, because I think our spearmen are going to be really good against most of those Akkadian farmers. It's the Akkadian militia, which are short sword and shield, that we're going to struggle bus against no matter what. But we're going to put them in, we'll get them situated as they need to be. Then we have our Siraku levies and our armored Salulu swords. Go ahead and get Mr. General at the very back. And then I'm actually going to put this dude, I'm going to put him like way over here. No, I'm not. I'm going to come over here. Let's see. How do they have this? Yeah, they have 2 of the 3 javelin men right there. So we're going to kind of immediately creep up and hide there. Fantastic. I think that's pretty much all we need to do. I set us up right here because I noticed that there's that mud there. That's going to be really helpful for us to... Oh, nope. Didn't want to do that. To have some good battles. Makes it to where they're a little bit slower and not me. And then let's go ahead and add the javelin boyos, or the bowmen over there. Let's just go ahead and start pummeling them. We're going to shift our spears. We're going to shift our boyos here as well. And then let's go ahead and withdraw those guys. All right, so they still... Oh, they can't see me. Okay, cool. Nope, we're definitely just going to... Yeah, no, you're in a world of hurt, buddy. I think we'll be okay. I really want to see this charge go off. Oh, you're not outrunning me, good sir. Oh, yes. Brilliant. I love it. Yes, they are immediately routing. I need them to like route though. All right, nope, we're just gonna switch. We're gonna switch these boyos over to here. Get my skirmishers. Oh wow, they are already routing. Holy son of a biscuit. Okay, let's go ahead and hit them. No, we definitely want to still go after these guys. If anything, just to like really temporarily route them. There we go. Okay, so I think we'll be okay. We need to get our general. No, actually we don't. We need to get our ranged boyos to go after those skirmishers. We need to pull back out of here. We didn't get a good charge off. And yeah, one of our boyos got wrecked hard. All right, so those guys are doing great. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get a charge off here. Yeah, these guys are just being pests. I think we can get a good, solid hit with these. Yes, we can. Brilliant. Look at that morale. That's the white bar. Yeah, they're definitely wrecked now, which is awesome to see. Fantastic. Those skirmishers are out of the thing as well. Now we can get our guys going out here. They're routed permanently. That's what that skull means. I just need those skirmishers to get wrecked. Sweet, they did. We're going to move back. Let's start pummeling those other guys. And then we are going to start getting behind here and hit the enemy general in the back. And then we're going to come in for a charge as well, because these guys are going to get decimated otherwise. There we go. Yep, we got another unit routing. Oh, my word. There we go. Sweet. Okay, pull back because you're going to get wrecked and then you're going to rout. Chariots are very sensitive. Son of a biscuit. Yeah, we got wrecked pretty hard. Yep, you can see they're already routing. Stay alive. Stay alive. No, you're okay. Ah, ripperoonies. Now what we need, we just need these guys to just freaking take them out, man. Looks like those javelin are recovering. All right, my boyos have recovered as well. Man alive. Meridoc, you're not doing too hot. Why don't you just leave? We are sacrificing our Salulu spears 100% to make this happen. How much ammo do we have left? We don't have a lot. We're gonna have to start throwing men into melee, I think. Wait, did he rout already? Son of a biscuit, he did. All right. Okay, cool. We're whittling those guys down. Great. I just need to wait till both of those guys are routed. And then I need you guys to go hit those dudes that are coming back. Get some fresh guys into the battle. Very nice. All right. Nice. Okay, he's finally routing. Man alive, I did not expect this to be such a terrible battle. These are supposed to be simple and easy. Take them out, boys. All right. Skirmishers are permanently out of action. Let's try and use the rest of our ammo to go after these guys. Awesome. All right, what we need to make sure of is that this dude dies. That is 100% what we need to have happen. Battle's over. Well done. All right, so a terrible victory overall. We're definitely going to get units replenished. I don't even know that I could win against these guys. I really don't know that I could. Let's... I think we're going to go ahead and get a couple of native units and we're just going to have to hang out. Because I just don't think it'll work. We do have a commandment available in Quindu province. And I think we're going to go with Babylonian builders. Happiness, construction cost increase, workforce growth. I think that all makes the best sense. We do have an outpost available. And I do think what we're going to do here... Yeah, I think a warrior's refuge is going to be the best thing. Yeah, we're definitely going to go there. I think we'll be okay. We do have an outpost over here that we can do. And I think, what? It's over here? I kind of think we do the same thing. Do we want to do a warrior's refuge here or upkeep units stationed? All units from the fort will reinforce the region's settlement during a siege. Okay, no, that's what happens here too. So we're definitely going to do that. Also a chance for a random unit to join this outpost garrison, which I think is pretty cool. We do have the ability to increase this. Gives us mud bats, replenishment. Yeah, let's just go ahead and do all the things that we can, and then we'll go from there. All right, so it looks like we did get a... Oh, no, he didn't do anything. I thought he did. Command issued. Character affairs. What is this? Oh, rank gained. Nice. I did forget about this. So, all characters... this is your typical character sheet, for those of you who don't know. All characters in this game have 3 competencies, at least in terms of generals. And so they have presence, fortitude, and ardor, and they give various benefits. So for instance, right now, we get an upkeep reduction of 6%, increased line of sight, and we have, what is this? Movement plus 4% on sea, land, and an ability cooldown. So one of the cool things is that at various ranks, we get assigned titles. And those titles, as you can see, are dependent on what we have unlocked. So right now, all we can do is trick his foes, which grants the ability of ambush over in battles, which makes them unspottable and they can stalk under any terrain. So we're going to do that by default because that's what we have. And then I'm going to go ahead. I should have done this at the end of the first battle. That's okay, though. We get a replenishment boost as well. So now what we're going to do here, we're going to go after this guy 100%. He doesn't have anywhere to go. It looks like it's 3 units of archers and the rest are Akkadian farmers. So that's pretty good. We're going to go and fight this battle. Weather conditions, fog, lowered visibility with a forecast of rain. We're going to deploy because they have archers, which means that if for any reason that reduction in fog is really that bad, we'll be completely fine and maybe can get some sneaky, cheeky little things in. And I'm totally down for that. So let's get our normal 3 boyos. And then we have Akkadian farmers, which are pretty decent units overall, actually. So let's go ahead and start that battle. We're going to use our chariots to scout. And then we're going to go ahead and poke forward. And then bring in our general as well. Let's get up on the top of this ridge. It's a really risky business, I'm not going to lie. Let's go ahead and swing around the backside. Aha! Found him. Alright, so we are going to push forward. There they are. Sweet. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and just push. And if we hit other units, then we hit other units. But then my boyos are coming in from the back. 100%. Let's get our General Boyo in the battle. Push. Let's go ahead and bring you in as well. Sweet. We're going to use this guy. We're not going to use him in melee right this moment, because our ranged units are just decimating them. Truly decimating them. Let's go ahead and bring these Akkadian farmers over there. Push in from there. Yeah, they're doing the Lord's work. Let's go ahead and have these guys in here though, so that way they can be seen. There we go. Yeah, you can just see they're getting wrecked. That is what I like to see anyways. Hit these guys in the front. I would have preferred in the back, but that's okay as well. Yeah, they're going to rout in just a second. We can focus on the last round of archers. Brilliant. Let's go ahead and hit these guys. We're going to pull away. Those archers are out in the open now, and I just don't want my chariots to get wrecked. Chariots are like my glass cannons. They're super, super effective. I love them to death, but they are incredibly fragile. What do we got here? Okay, we got their units routing, which is exactly what we need to see. Brilliant. Now we're going to go into melee. And we're going to take those guys out. Just waiting for units to rout, basically, and then be able to take them out that way. Because units by default won't, ranged units won't go after units that are in battle. Because they don't, by default, want to wreck their own boyos. But if they peel away, then we can really wreck them that way. Converge, please. If you could, like, actually be useful chariots, that would be wonderful. And this dude's wrecked. Like, he's routed for good, which is great to see. This is a significantly easier battle than the one we fought last time. What's going on here? I need you... Oh, okay. Suddenly the fog just lifted. That would have been a little more gradual, would have been nice. Let's bring our guys around back, though. There we go, finally. Just take him out, guys. Just take him out. It's fine. He's about to rout. Just go ahead and hit him in the back, and then let's bring these guys in the back as well. Yeah, that's going to be the final blow, 100%. They're already routing. Sweet victory. That's what we like to see. Now what we got to make sure we do is we got to make sure he dies. Very nice, though. We had a great battle. That was really, really simple compared to the other one. Very minimal losses. We just have to ensure General's death. Sweet. All right, that was a very simple battle comparingly. We will go ahead and replenish, I think. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and replenish. And then we're going to bring them into the fold. We're going to replenishment up and running. And then now that we have the ability to get these guys, what we're going to do... I had an ability, I just don't know that I have it anymore. Apparently I don't, which is fine. Not a big deal, but basically allows me to recruit more than one person at a time. So what we are going to do, well, first and foremost, I think what we need... Yeah, I don't know that I will. But we're going to go ahead and switch our plans up just a little bit. I need to go that way. We're going to get spears, and I'm going to slowly move towards these guys. I'm just going to move this direction. And then hire one unit at a time so I can kind of get all the way out there. We have our outpost right there, which does what? Gives us a construction cost for religious outposts and gains us legitimacy. So it only makes sense then to build a religious outpost. We gain favor with the shrine with Marduk, happiness as well, which is definitely what the region needs, and then food plus 8%. Okay, cool. Interacting with the outpost will refund 50% of the movement. Army gains the prayer effects of the god by interacting with this. So if we were to go to the gods, it looks like we can't do that. We have to reach turn 3. We will check them out in the next one. What do we need here, though, is the main question. We could get city trade records, which gives us influence. Influence is really, really good. It's kind of your cultural, basically your culture, which is really, really nice. We could go with the canal workers' housing, scribes' assembly, which gives us movement on land in the region. We have a recruitment hall, proving grounds, which gives us recruitment slots and recruitment rank, which I think is awesome. We can't afford the chariot emporium, but we could go after farmers as well. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, I see what we have. And then dwelling of Marduk. I don't know that we necessarily need to do that. We're okay in food, so I don't think food is the way to go either. I think approving grounds is what we need. All right, so we now have access to the local deities. So basically, we can choose up to 3 to worship. Worship deities grant access to their shrines and temples, and also your armies can pray and devote themselves to them. So right now we have Marduk. Marduk is the cultural center in Babylon, discovered in different realms. So when you go to different realms, you can find other local deities, which is pretty darn cool. So what we have here, shrines, they provide happiness and a food boost at tier 2. So you see we have a tier 1. This is at tier 2. If we were to pray, so if we were to bring our army to the shrine, to the outpost, and pray there, basically a basic interaction, we get a replenishment rate of 17 for the army and food upkeep -70. I don't know how for many turns that is, but that's still pretty cool. Also, if we have a devoted general, if we devote a general to him, the chance for that man to die of old age reduces by 50%, and that army is immune to attrition. So that's pretty darn cool. So what we see here is that we could devote a general, and we could do Adad Shumodasur, which I think is actually the first time I've said his name in the campaign. So there we go. So now he's immune to all the things. We're going to move all the way up here and try and get as far as we can. And then I'm going to get a unit of slingers and we'll be good there. Babylon, what do we have? I don't think we have the ability to really do much. It's mainly because we need stone, which isn't too bad of a deal. We do have a construction availability, which don't have the actual ability to do it. So the Intimanaki provides some great buffs. We have our shrine to Marduk, and we have our shrine to him in the other region. So what we can do here is we can find some trade to be able to do. I think that would be great. And that's pretty simple. Basically, we say, hey, we need stone. So we need people who have it in abundance. And in fact, gold would be great as well. So what we need is someone to be like, hey, I have tons. We need to go raid this guy, by the way. So we'll definitely do that, you know, in 10 turns or so. But let's go ahead and negotiate with him. Get a barter agreement going for 10 turns. And let's see, we have wood in relative abundance. So how much stone could he give me? That makes sense. How much we could do there? Okay, this is interesting. So can I do 300 food? That wouldn't get me a ton. But basically, for 150 wood per turn and 300 food per turn, what if I bump this up to 500? And I move this down to 100. There we go. So for 110 and 500 food, he's going to give me 90 gold per turn and 150 stone per turn. Okay. That works for me, dude. You're kind of an idiot, but whatever. We'll be fine. We'll be totally fine. And now what we might do is definitely go after the food, the last food thing that we could do here, just to boost us up just a little bit. All right, the life of a soldier is now in effect. That means we need to get some more royal decrees rolling. And let's do longer festivals. It just gives us a general happiness boost, which is great. And then I'm going to peek all the way up here. Okay, they have a garrison of 9 units, but I don't know if any of their other armies are nearby. So now we can make 2 units because we have our local recruitment slots ready to go. And I think what I want is I think I'm going to do a couple of Akkadian farmers and then see what Uruk has in store that we can build. So we're going to go and roll it into the next level. What's our taxes look like for this realm? So we do kind of need it because they're not really going down, or they're not going up rather. I think we'll be okay because our plan is to come back and wreck these people. And so when that happens, we should be able to start boosting everyone. So I think that's fine. We're going to get these 2 units done, and then we're going to go after Kurigalazu. All right, we get to choose an ambition to receive benefits like resources, units, even victory points. So what we need to do is we can capture an enemy provincial capital in 10 turns, which will give us stone and gold. We can capture and occupy any settlement, which will give us enemy siege holdout time -1 for 10 turns and 1,000 food, or maintain a total of 6 chariots. That's not going to happen in the space of 12 turns. So as awesome as that is, that's awesome. But I don't have the ability to do that. So I made a decision to not choose chariots and instead get our slave holdings. And as a result, we're going to do that. So we're going to conquer an enemy province capital. And that's going to be Dur Kurigalzu. So now it's time to see what exactly they have.
Men set off.
Okay, so it looks like it's just generals. And in fact, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go after Libluth. So they do have some crazy good units with these Akkadian axemen. These aren't just your typical units. So we will have a relatively difficult time fighting this battle. We're going to go ahead and quick save. And we're going to see what we can't get up to. All right, so the current weather is dry. We have a forecast of rain coming in, which reduces accuracy, range, morale, and reload time. Increased fatigue buildup from actions. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so we have a general there. I don't know where. Let's look at our mini-map. Oh, wow, okay, that's fun. So reinforcements are going to come behind us.
Cowards are an insult to Ashur.
I'm wondering if we don't just poke up right here. This is a really, really good spot. The mud would prevent them from coming in and being uber effective. I think that's a pretty good idea, actually. And then they couldn't really counter me quite as well. I say we get our Akkadian boyos right at about here. What I really want to make sure is that the mud really has an effect on them. Or maybe we just pummel the crap out of them until they get up through the mud and then we're able to go around. What I think we need, regardless, is probably a flank over on this side. Our Akkadian soldiers there. We need to take out this dude, which honestly may not be terribly hard. We'll have this guy there. I think that works for us. Okay, let's go ahead and move. Well, no, actually, this is a pretty good hill. We're going to chill here. We're going to move our guys there. Okay, so the other generals over there. I don't know about this. I really don't know about this. Don't know how well this is going to work at all. So we can see here that, of course, the spearmen are good against all of the archers and the lower tier units. Our Akkadians are pretty good against everyone. But it's kind of the King's Bodyguard and our Saraku levies and armored Salulu swords that are going to win the day there. I'm totally okay if they want to just chill here. If they want to lose their general, then they can lose their general. I say we move quickly. The loss of a general is going to have a really good effect for us. And then I think if we can really get the bad boys, those Akkadian warriors are what I really want to get wrecked. Let's see what we can't do with a nice solid charge. Because if we can just decimate, I mean, literally just decimate this dude right off the bat. Make him rout. His morale is plummeting, but they're also taking out my guys pretty quick. There we go there. Go ahead and move back. Move back, guys. We're already taking out the other generals, so if we can take out all three generals just right off the bat, that would be so awesome. Sweet, it looks like he's already routing. Let's pull back, though. I don't want my archer or my Babylonian chariots to get wrecked too quick. Try and cut through them, maybe. This is where our archers and our slingers come in. Come on, guys. Let's take them out. And hope that we just don't get decimated. Come on, take him out faster. You would think with being flanked that this dude would get wrecked a little better. All right, cool. Well, our whole front line just got wrecked. We need to bring our guys over this way. Yeah, they just got absolutely, just completely and totally wrecked. Those Akkadian warriors are just too powerful for our mid-level, just beginner units. And none of our generals, none of the enemy generals are routing, which is really frustrating. Considering that I am just wrecking them left, right, front, and center. Go ahead and run. That's fine. Go and run. And it may just be that we have to take out a couple of generals and then they're dead from there. You know, we have to go back, recover for a little bit, and then we're good. But yeah, I can't have these dudes get too wrecked by those archers. That's too much. And then here comes the thunder, which is really, really hard too. Yeah, they aren't shaking. They aren't shaking at all, and that's really frustrating. There's a general, finally. But yeah, like this dude, like come on, he's a level 1, I think. Nothing's happening. There we go. One of the generals is routed. I don't know what effect that has on morale overall. Bring our axemen back. Nope, that was a bad idea. I think we're going to lose our chariots. Yep, we're going to lose our chariots. Our king is routing. That's never a good sign. Man, we didn't even, like, actually kill any of the guys either. That's what's frustrating. Why do you guys get so close? You don't need to get so close. Yep, go ahead and retreat, dude. Hopefully you don't die and the game isn't over with right at the beginning. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I can just straight up retreat, which is a little weird. They do have superhuman strength. Yep, there we go. Everyone else is routing. All right, we'll see what happens here. But yeah, that's definitely a defeat. All right, so I'm not going to lie. It's a little frustrating to me that I was able to surround both of those guys with multiple units, and we weren't able to do anything about it. So it looks like what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to limp home. Thankfully, though, they can't come at me because that was their garrison. So we're just going to have to build up a little bit. I don't know if diplomacy-wise, who's at war with me? Yeah, there's no way that they're going to do a peace treaty. Yeah, we're not going to worry about it for now. But regardless, they don't have a faction. They don't have anyone to handle their stuff, so they can't do anything to me. We do have unassigned skill points, so we at least did level up, but it's just not a whole bunch. Yeah, let's go ahead and get some movement rate increases, and we'll be good there. We're going to head back home real quick, and then I think we'll wrap up the episode there. Very nice. A child has been born, new Tesh. That's great for us. Let's go ahead and head back home. Ooh, nice. We can get some Elamite veteran slingers and Akkadian warriors. That's perfect. That will add very nicely for us. And then I think, where are our outposts? I need to get down to there. But that's fine because, again, I don't think that they are in the position where they can really do anything. We'll keep an eye on them, but I'm not concerned. We're going to go ahead and work, I think, on some Akkadian farmers. We'll be good there. We do have court actions now. So, basically, the Mesopotamian court, yes, that's great, is full of Mesopotamian kings. And as we can see here, the king of Assyria is the king of the universe. He is the utmost person in there, has the most legitimacy and things of that nature. So what we can do is we can definitely plot against and do some things. We can blackmail, which should hopefully be able to allow us to do some actions against that dude. Things of that nature. We're still rocking and rolling. I'm not terribly concerned. It's just a little bit unfortunate that we had that setback. It is what it is. I'm not going to complain. Outside of the whole generals thing. The general thing does kind of actually upset me. All things considered, though, I think we'll be all right. We have that going for us over on yonder, and then in Uruk, I don't think we can do anything at all, and that's okay as well. Now, we're going to try and get all the way over to here before we end the episode, and we'll be able to be right as rain getting some good replenishment. All right. Shemaramet, daughter, has come of age and needs to be married off. Arrange a marriage between two of your characters. You can also arrange a marriage with a commoner or acting general, thus welcoming them into the family. She's currently homely, which means, you know, she has a 1% chance of not having a child. That's fine. We're not going to worry about that right at this moment. We're going to worry about getting over to here. We need to pray desperately to them, for them. And then we'll get one more unit of the swords, and I think we'll be good on that front. Ooh, let's take a look here. Armored Salu spears. Oh, that's fine. No, that's totally fine. Let's do that. We're going to boost that up instead. Sweet. We have a royal decree that we can do. Let's do... bronze might be good. Wood is also a great one. Legitimacy +5. I think that will help us in a lot more ways. So we're going to rock it there. We have our local deities. We could pray to more, but we're not going to. And I think we're good on that front. Ooh, court intrigues. Idle compensation. Amid a chamber of silver-tongued snakes, He whose tongue waggles most lucrative leans in, no doubt with persuasive intent. You allow him to approach only so far as to ensure you're the only one privy to his whispers. Gold? No, we're not. We're going to refuse that. Forget that garbage. And then we're going to go right here. We're going to pray. Sweet. So that's going to give us a really, really big boost. And can we pray twice? Is that... I wonder if that compounds. I don't know that it does. It doesn't look like it does, and that's okay. That's totally fine. We'll be good there. We just need to make sure that we start getting some food income right on that front. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to end this first episode. So our goal, again, we're going to try and go after It seems pretty... Ooh. No, we're going to go after this boyo here. We're definitely going to cross the river, find some guys to go up against. They have many troops. Many troops. And that's okay, because I think they'll still think we can take them on. Last little court action. We're going to discredit this guy lower before us, and that'll be it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you're excited about the return of Total War to the channel. Hopefully it won't be the last one, but you just never know. Anyways, thank you so much again. If you want to support the channel, totally do so by giving the video a thumbs up, by subscribing to the channel and leaving your comments in the comment section below. If you want to go above and beyond, I try and make sure every episode or every video that I can have early is early for YouTube members who have financially supported. It's not required ever, but it is always greatly appreciated. So for sure, if you're a member, you saw this, or at least had the opportunity to see this early. Anyways, guys, that's it for me. I will see you in the next episode of Total War of Pharaoh Dynasties as Babylon. I'm out of here.